How's it going, guys? Finally got this car from Sylvester figured out. It was having a P0505. So this is the 96 to 99 E39 E36. So it's the M52. It's also the same on the M50. So what we have here, the 505 code was the ICV. ICV error. As soon as you turn the key off, turn it back on, it would trip there no matter what you did. So when it pulled the ICV out and we went ahead and replaced it with another one, no was good. We checked the ICV hose, which is right there, and checked the fitting, checked the throttle body boot. Nothing was leaking, everything was working. Put the other one back in, just turned the key on. It was in pending codes. It would not leave no matter what. So after looking at it, I had this cabin air filter box out and the tube out, and I was looking down here in the back side of it, and you can see the throttle body cables. You know, these other ones are cable, they're not drive-by-wire. And there's an adjustment. I don't know if I get you down there to see or not here. There you go. You can see where the cables go into the throttle body right there, that little black plastic nut. And those cables were adjusted too tight, and the cables were actually tight, and what it was doing, it was holding open the throttle body just a little bit. So the symptoms of it were, of course, the code, and then it would idle up and down, idle like 1100 RPM. So I just took my finger, reached down in there, and I screwed that plastic nut in to loosen the cable a little bit. I did that, started it up. The code was out of the pending on the scanner. Everything else was great. So other than that, the car runs and drives great. We got all the problems fixed. And this was a car that the mass airflow was on backwards. The cam sensor, it wasn't the right one. It was for the newer motor. And what had happened, they actually filed the plug-in down to fit so it would slide in the harness. Well, the resistance and everything's different. So what that did when he went and tried to drive it, it was so down on power. I guess it wasn't reading the timing correctly. And we had a couple vacuum leaks on it. The little hose right up here behind the fan off solenoid was broken off. I fixed that. Had a split in the 1-inch tube going to the ICV. I fixed that. We have been having a little bit of a problem here. A lot of these valve covers on these and on the M54 and M52 TU have been getting cracked. And they're getting cracked out from the bolt holes. Usually it's like the middle to the back, and these bolt holes, it'll get cracked out and they'll have a little hairline crack coming down to the middle. And he just did this valve cover gasket. It's all sealed, RTV black, and it's dripping. And it's not bad. It just drips on the manifold every once in a while. The people that bought the 530 the other day, that car had the same problem. And I switched the valve cover gasket with this other 528, the low mileage one. And just every once in a while, man, it just drips on the manifold and a little puff of smoke comes out. We're having real bad problems with that. It doesn't matter if it has the factory CCV. It doesn't matter if you have the catch can. It doesn't matter if you leave it open. None of that makes any damn difference. So we're going to have to try to figure out a fix for that, because you can't just go buy these valve covers very easily. If you can find one that's not cracked already, it's very, very, very expensive, around $300. So we're going to have to do a little work, and we're going to have to figure out what we could do to get that problem fixed. So other than that, it's been raining today. We're going to try to get the parts to this thing in Monday or Tuesday. The coolant tank will be here. I had the coolant tank broken, so we couldn't do much on it. And then our 318, I just went out and got oil and filter and new plugs for it last night. We're going to go ahead and try to get this thing running and driving. I was wanting to do it today, but it stopped raining right now. I have a funeral to go to, a bunch of other crap going on, so it's probably going to be tomorrow before I can actually get this thing operational. We're going to try to go ahead and get a piece of pipe put in for right now just so we could drive it. We need to check the transmission out, make sure it shifts in all the gears, because this was a 5-speed. Make sure the clutch doesn't have any problems, make sure the center carrier is good, make sure we don't have any wheel bearing issues or nothing funky. So that's it for today, guys. Just trying to get caught up on stuff. We need to get started on the shop. We're looking different options for that, different ICF concrete systems. So in the midst of all this stuff, we're also doing that. And I'll probably put another video up this evening if I get to work on this M50 M52 TU a little more. We're gonna put all the covers back on it, and maybe get that oil separator delete video done. It just all depends on how much time I got today. But that's it, guys. Thanks for watching the channel. See you later.